So let's take a look at this last question. So I've rewritten this last question on the back here. Just make sure that you have the negative in the middle. So again, if you split this up into left side and the right side of this equation, you must do this every single time. So split it up into left side or right side of this equation. Which side would you start with? So I had mentioned that we're going to use that our sine squared plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. And if you rearrange this thing that you're supposed to memorize, you get sine squared theta is equal to, if you bring the cos over, 1 minus cos squared theta. So instead of writing 1 minus cos squared theta, I'm actually going to switch that to sine squared theta on that side. So that sign's pretty simple now. And if I go to change stuff here, well, what can I change here? Well, I can change that tan. I know tan is sine over cos. And if I square both sides, if I square tan squared theta is equal to square both top and bottom, sine squared theta over cos squared theta. So this is actually cos squared theta, and tan is sine squared theta all over cos squared theta. Of course, these are just fractions. If you multiply them together, your coses are going to cancel out, and you're going to be left with sine squared theta. So sine squared theta is equal to sine squared theta. Just a reminder that if it asks you to prove the question, you already know that the two sides are equal. It is your job to make the two sides look equal. So start with the harder side, make it look like the more basic side. Sometimes you have to switch both. But if a question asks you, are they the same, there may be a possibility that they are not equivalent.